Hey, wanna know a secret right now? There are more kinds of beetles than there are kinds of mammals. There are over 400,000 described species of beetle and only about 5,500 mammals. But beetles aren't all in one place. You won't find them all. For instance, in Madagascar, even though it has more species of mammals than any other place on Earth. Why is there such a huge difference? Well, look at it another way. There are only about 13,000 known species of bird worldwide. But there are almost twice as many in Madagascar. So what makes this island so special? What makes it home to so much life? It's a refuge for lots of rare species, including 350 that don't live anywhere else. That's because Madagascar split from the subcontinent Gondwana when it was still joined to Antarctica and Australia some 160 million years ago. It then evolved in relative isolation until about 66 million years ago, long after the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs hit the Earth. This isolation gave animals and plants time to evolve new traits and resulted in endemic species found nowhere else. Madagascar is special, but it's far from unique. Each of Earth's continents and oceans has its own version of rare, beautiful life forms. And we have only ourselves to thank for that. That is because Earth has experienced 5 major mass die-offs in the past. And we might be causing a 6th. In the span of 540 million years, life has gone from simple cells to complex ecosystems. But Earth's history is punctuated by cataclysmic die-offs. 443 million years ago, during the Ordovician period, a sudden shift in climate wiped out much of marine life. Later events at the end of the Devonian, Permian, Triassic and Cretaceous periods erased huge swaths of life. The end Cretaceous extinction, familiar for ending the age of dinosaurs, was likely triggered by an asteroid impact. While the Permian event, the most severe, eliminated about 90% of marine species and 70% of terrestrial vertebrate species. Each of these 5 mass extinctions profoundly reshaped the tree of life and opened evolutionary space for new organisms to flourish. But, unlike previous cataclysms, this one is not driven by asteroids or volcanism. It's us. Earth's biosphere is changing so rapidly that conditions for life are shifting faster than species can adapt. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica, species are now going extinct between 100 and 1,000 times faster than they would without humans around. And up to half of all living species could be lost by the end of the century. Research quantifies just how alarming the trend is. A 2015 study in Science Advances compared modern extinction rates with a conservative background rate of about 2 mammal extinctions per 10,000 species per year. Even under this generous baseline, vertebrate species are disappearing up to 100 times faster than they should. The study found that 338 vertebrate species have been confirmed extinct. Since 1,500, including species that are extinct in the wild or possibly extinct, raises the toll to over 450. Most losses have occurred since 1900, and under natural conditions, it would have taken 800 to 10,000 years for this many species to disappear. In other words, human actions have compressed millennia of extinctions into a single century. More recent work shows that the crisis penetrates higher taxonomic ranks. A 2023 analysis of land-dwelling vertebrates revealed that 73 entire genera have disappeared since 1900. The current rate of vertebrate genus extinction exceeds the average over the past 5 million years by 35 times, meaning that extinctions that would normally unfold over 18,000 years have occurred in the past 5. Losing entire branches of the evolutionary tree magnifies ecological disruption. When a species dies out, close relatives may fill its niche. But when a whole genus disappears, the ecosystem loses unique functions that can take tens of millions of years to re-evolve. What drives this accelerating loss? Experts point to several interacting human-caused pressures. Land use change is the biggest direct driver of biodiversity decline. The Royal Society notes that converting natural habitats for agriculture, mining, and urban development accounts for roughly 30% of global biodiversity loss. Overexploitation, hunting, fishing, and harvesting species faster than they can reproduce contributes around 20%. Climate change, together with pollution, accounts for about 14%. Warming oceans and shifting weather patterns are altering habitats faster than species can adapt. Invasive species, often transported by global trade, play a role in about 11%. A 2023 report, highlighted by Yale researchers, estimated that invasive species caused US $423 billion in global economic losses each year and have contributed to 60% of extinctions. Habitat destruction exemplifies these pressures. The WWF's Living Planet report, as cited by National Geographic, found that animal populations worldwide have declined by 70% since 1970. In the United States alone, over 50 species were declared extinct in the last century, and approximately 1,300 animals are listed as endangered according to the US Fish and Wildlife Service. Much of this decline stems from deforestation, urban sprawl, pollution, and water diversion. Overhunting and overfishing amplify the crisis. For example, overfishing has put many shark and ray species at risk, and the demand for wildlife products drives illegal trade. Climate change intensifies these threats. Warming oceans 10 to 100 times faster than during the period. The consequences of losing biodiversity are far-reaching. Ecosystem services such as pollination, water purification, and climate regulation depend on diverse, functioning habitats. Disruptions can have unexpected effects on human health. For instance, after passenger pigeons were hunted to extinction, mouse populations expanded, contributing to a rise in Lyme disease. The extinction of unique species like the gastric brooding frog, which brooded its young in its stomach, denies science potential insights into human disease. As climate change and extinction reinforce each other, the risk of ecological cascades grows. Yet, scientists stress that the future is not predetermined. The Berkeley Understanding Evolution resource observes that although species are being lost hundreds to thousands of times faster than natural rates, there is still time to slow the trend. Intensifying conservation efforts, protecting critical habitats, especially in biodiverse tropical regions, and curbing greenhouse gas emissions can reduce extinctions. The Royal Society emphasizes that addressing overconsumption, promoting sustainable agriculture, limiting invasive species, and implementing policies to reduce pollution are all part of the solution. As the Sobolos and Ehrlich study warns, humanity's current trajectory is akin to sitting on a limb and soaring it off at the same time. By recognizing the scale of the crisis and acting swiftly, we can preserve the diverse tapestry of life that sustains us.